why is saving money so important? I know that seems like a very, very simple question, but a lot of times the simplest questions are the ones that are the hardest to actually answer. So we are going to talk about the importance of saving money in today's Tuesday tip. So stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, Certified Financial Planner and President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center. And I want to welcome you once again to our Tuesday tip, where today we are going to be talking about why it is so important for you to save money. Now, I know, of course, that seems like a very simple concept, but you really need to think about the parameters of what it takes to actually save money. So let's go ahead and jump into our lesson for today. First of all, what is saving money, right? When you're talking about saving money, it simply means that you're putting money aside safely. Remember, that's the key word. You're putting money aside safely so that it's available when you actually need it. Now, when it comes to saving money, you have to put it somewhere where you have a very low risk of losing that value. So you want to save money into a savings account or some type of money market fund. You don't want to put it under your mattress, of course, but you do want to put it somewhere where it's very, very low risk and is not going to actually lose value because, as I mentioned, it needs to be available when you need it. Now, the next question that you're going to have to ask yourself is, why are you saving money? One of the reasons why you need to save money is, of course, in case of an emergency or any unexpected situation, like medical bills that may come about. You may also have a car repair that needs to be done, or you may have an issue with your home that needs to be repaired. Also, when you are saving money, it is an excellent way for you to meet your short-term goals. And when you're talking about short-term goals, we're talking about anything that's going to be around 1 year or less. So what could that be? Maybe you're trying to save money for a down payment on a home. That can be a reason where you want to put money somewhere where it won't lose value. Maybe you want to take a nice vacation in a year or so. Another good reason for you to actually save money in a place where you can get to it readily. Also, maybe you want to make a purchase. Saving money is an excellent way for you to stay away from the credit card. Maybe you want to buy a phone. Perhaps you want to buy a new car. Whatever it may be, there may be an expensive item that you have your eye on that you want to purchase. Saving money is an excellent way for you to make that purchase without putting that money on the credit card. The next question that you got to ask around saving money is, how much should you save? How much money should you save? Well, we talk about this very often on this channel. The rule of thumb, again, is to save anywhere from 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. Now, I've even seen people go as far as saying save at least a year of savings and even 24 months. It really should be taken on an individual basis on how much money you stash away in savings. But the rule of thumb is typically 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. So you want to make sure you can cover the light bill. You want to make sure you can cover the gas bill. You want to make sure that you can be able to put gas in your car, that you can buy groceries. These are expenses that you got to make sure you can cover. And that's the rule of thumb that you should have stashed away in your savings. Now, the next biggest question that you're going to have to think about when it comes to saving money is, how do you save money? That's really the key issue. How do you go about saving? It's all good and dandy to understand that you should save money, but how? One of the ways that you can start saving money is to cut down on eating out. So I guess cutting down on some of your ancillary expenses or your discretionary expenses would be a good place to start when we're talking about saving money. Maybe you cut ties with the cable company. I sure did. Everything that I watch now is on a streaming service. I didn't need to pay any more for the cable bill. Also, if you want to know how to save money, set up your savings automatically. This is a key element to saving money. You don't want to have to think about taking money from one place and putting it in another on your own. You need to make sure that that is done automatically every single month, every single week. However you can actually save that money, just make sure that it's going to be on an automatic basis. Another way that you can save money is to buy generic items. Look, I know we all want to be fancy. Want to buy Gucci and Prada and Versace and all those other different name brands that really don't amount to anything. Only you think you feel so important when you're wearing it. Everybody else just see you in clothes. But if you buy generic, you can end up saving 30, 40, 50% off the same item just simply by buying something that's not name brand. Now, once you figure out how to save money, you obviously need to know where you're going to save that money that needs to be liquid, that money that needs to be safe. Well, look at high yield savings accounts. That's going to be FDIC insured. Now, I know with the bank failures recently, we may not have a lot of faith in the banks, but obviously FDIC is going to be an important element when you're trying to save money and feel confident about saving money. You can also look into CDs. We know that in the past, CDs have gotten a bad rap because they didn't pay a lot of interest. And that is true. They deserve that bad rap. But now, in this current market environment that we're in, CDs can be an excellent place for you to save short-term money because some rates are out there at 4% now. You can look at bankrate.com. Take a look at some of the high yield savings accounts and the CD rates, and you can see they have gone up quite significantly due to the fact that we're in a highly inflationary environment and the Federal Reserve continues to raise interest rates. You can also look at money market funds. Now, these are funds that are usually offered by brokerage firms. Your banks can also offer money market funds, but they are safe. They're not FDIC insured, but they're relatively safe. You won't see really losses in a money market fund, and you can get to it a little bit more readily than you can with a CD. So that may be a perk for actually having some money stashed away in a money market fund versus a CD. Another tool that you can also use when you're talking about short-term dollars are treasury bills or treasury notes, because they are backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. Unless our government defaults, and I know at times it seems like that may be a possibility, but for the most part, your money in treasury bills or treasury notes is going to be very, very safe, where you can stash away some short-term dollars for a rainy day. And last but certainly not least, you might want to take a look at MYGAs, multi-year guaranteed annuities. If you don't know much about MYGAs, you need to speak to us, or you need to speak to an advisor who does. Because MYGAs now can be a very good safe haven for short-term dollars, because now they don't have to be 3, 4, 5 years. You can actually purchase MYGAs now for 1 year, and the rates are over 4%. So here, typically, you're going to want to just make sure that you're working with an insurance company that has a strong financial backing, and your advisor will be able to help you pick a good company in that regard. So make sure that you're only working with an independent fiduciary advisor when you're trying to figure out what you should be doing when it comes to saving your money. So I really do hope that today's Tuesday tip would have given you some insight into why it is important for you to save money. Please understand that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for a fiduciary financial advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today. And if you found this information to be beneficial, all that we ask is that you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share with others.